Can you tell us about your work here for the British Art Show?
Yeah, so we're here in the middle of the Leeds City Gallery, and I've been working with 4 different crafts, with the weaver, with a chair caner, with a bookbinder, and with a range of cobblers in Leeds. And the idea is really to engage with the craft, and in most cases is to actually fix objects in this process. So people can have their shoes fixed with a particular color of heel and sole, and also learn how to clean a chair, or learn how to bind a book and to fix a book. But it's not just about mending something or fixing something, but it's also about adding kind of elements of creativity to it. So there is kind of basically I designed particular materials that are going to be added to this process and particular ways of doing it. So rather than just fixing and bringing it back to the original state, it's actually adding something that makes that object kind of unique and yeah.
So that's like the contemporary twist.
Yeah, it also brings it back in another kind of cycle again. Yeah.
And can anybody get involved?
Yes, there are different workshops, there are different ways of getting involved. For example, the cobblers, we have a limited amount of free shoe fixing that happens throughout Leeds. Also the chair caning will be different workshops. And now the mostly workshops going to be running from the sculpture triangle, the Hayward Gallery, Leeds City Art Gallery, and the Yorkshire Sculpture Park. They'll be happening over 2 weekends, from the 24th to 26th of October. And online there's a whole lot of programming, when and what exactly, but yeah, people can get involved and learn how to kind of do these particular crafts and work with those craftspeople. So
this is big part of a bigger project. It's a commission beyond the British Art Show.
Yes, it's you know, was somehow the Yorkshire Sculpture Triangle got interested in the project. They found some funding together with the Arts Council as well, and they basically wanted to create this to take it to out from the gallery here and kind of work with it in their own kind of galleries and museums.
You're sitting in front of this amazing contraption.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything about the loom?
This is a George Wood loom. This particular model is probably from the 1960s. It was a very widely kind of sold and distributed loom. It was used a lot in education, in colleges and schools, because it was quite simple to operate. This particular one I found on the Loom Exchange website. Weaving is something that I've become quite interested in about a year ago, when I met a very young London-based weaver who's very self-taught, and his name is Daniel Harris. And I've been doing various projects with him and fabrics and cloth with him, and so I've got very much interest in this process, and I think it's a very old process, but I think it's interesting that we always kind of find a new way again of kind of having a contemporary kind of look or view on it, and a way of kind of interpreting again what has been done for thousands of years, but find new ways, of engaging with it. And it's also kind of a symbol of like a hand weaving loom is also a symbol of maybe something that's not needed anymore, because we have machine looms. You know, Industrial Revolution has created much better looms and faster looms, but the principle is still the same. And I really wanted to kind of bring in this element of hand weaving, and kind of people can really get a sense how actually a fabric or a cloth is actually woven.
And appreciating the material.
Yeah. And people are asked to donate yarn and wool. So the idea is also that the material that comes in will then be woven into a cloth. So it's also kind of a collection and of what people are going to be bringing in.
And that cloth will then be displayed as part?
That cloth will be displayed, and I'm actually thinking at the moment what to do with this cloth. It will definitely be part of another project in the future. Most likely furniture. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's
your own background? You're trained in all of these different
No,
crafts?
I'm trained as a cabinet maker, joiner. But through I studied sculpture. I went into design college, and somehow work on this borderline between the applied art and and design. And so my interest is very much always been with working with found objects, with kind of using material that's had a life before, reappropriating that, working with that, and reintroducing it in another way. So transforming some objects and narratives as well. I mean, adding narratives to objects.